Did you know that when it comes to plasterboard, we actually have opportunities to recycle? So where we are today is at our Brakpan facility, and this facility has been geared to start doing internal recycling. Whatever scrap you generate off your line, putting it back into the process.
So the use of recycled gypsum actually takes away the need or the full demand for us to use natural gypsum, which is obviously a mined raw material. So we're actually putting back into the process a material that we can reuse multiple times without impacting natural resources. So you do a primary crushing and then you go to a secondary shredding process, and the reason for that is you want to get the particle size as close as possible to your trommel screen. Thereafter, you will send the material through a screening process which separates the actual paper from the gypsum core. This gypsum core is then reworked into our process, so it's sent back into the stucco preparation process under strict quality guidelines and under strict quality testing. This then goes back into the plasterboard manufacturing process, and we actually form plasterboard out of it that has recycled material in it.
So the aim of this is really to take the production waste that's generated on site and then to reintroduce it into the process. This also supports the target to reduce our use of virgin raw material. The big aim is to go for circular economy, and how we are aiming to achieve this is we're now starting to look at the waste that is generated by a product through the entire life cycle. So we're now looking at construction and demolition waste to also introduce that back into our production processes.
With the manufacturing facility that was put up, we can reduce 100% of this waste to landfill. So next step for the project is to supply the service to external customers, where we can retrieve waste from construction facilities, recycle it on site and put it back into our product.
We can control our quality of our raw material tremendously well. We have very strict parameters set up at our stucco preparation area to ensure that we do not produce any substandard raw material that will go into our production boards. From there, we also have a couple of quality checks that needs to be in line before we can actually go to the production line with our raw material. And every single step of the process is closely monitored by quality systems, quality checks, whether it is online or manual checks. And we have a very robust online quality trending system that ensures our boards do meet our specifications at all times.
So the incorporation of recycling is actually a wonderful step forward for Saint-Gobain and Gyproc in terms of our sustainability and our movement towards being more carbon neutral and more in line with protecting the environment.
Our group circular economy targets for 2030 are to reduce our non-recovered production residue by 80%, to avoid the use of virgin raw materials by 30%, and then also to ensure that all our packaging is 100% recyclable, with 30% recycled content or biosourced content.
We are making the world a better home.